Good evening, Pokemon fans, trainers, and gym leaders alike. Welcome to a special tournament final where strategy, skill, and passion collide, all in honor of India's 76th Republic Day. I am your host, Alonso. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Get ready for a massive grand final between the blue corner Irvi and the red corner Snowy. Now, both of these competitors have faced a ton of opponents to make it this far, and we are at the pinnacle of epic battle. Alright, so let's go and have a look at the decks from two of these players. Alright, so Irvi in the blue corner is going to be playing the psychic prowess of Mewtwo, which is a big meta in this game. For those of you who don't know, most tournaments, Mewtwo has been absolutely dominant in all of them. There hasn't been a tournament where a Mewtwo player hasn't had a lot of success in. So Irvi's going to be with the Mewtwo. Snowy, on the other hand, in the red corner, is going for the mythical prowess and legend Celebi. So it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. If we go through the decks, let's go through Irvi's one first. 2 Mewtwo EXs, 1 Mew EX, a double Gardevoir line here as well. So pretty much a standard meta Mewtwo deck here across the board with the Pokemon. It gets very interesting when we go into the trainer and support cards down below. We have 1 Sabrina. Going to be utilizing that for a clutch situation. We've got 2 professors to get the cards out. 1 Leaf for a retreat, especially a big retreat. A lot of the Mewtwo EX does have a 2 retreat cost, so that Leaf will come in very handy. Also, Gardevoir has a 2 retreat cost as well, so that'll be very handy for that. We've got a Giovanni. Now that'll be very handy with Mewtwo dishing out 150 HP damage. That extra 10 damage can take out a big tanker like Executor EX. When we go over to Snowy's deck, we'll have a look and go deep dive into that as well and see how they can counteract each other. We got 2 Pokeballs to get the Pokemon out. 2 Mythical Slabs as well. Now, Mythical Slab here, it works. It can be a bit consistent and inconsistent at times. You got to play it very, very carefully. You don't want to use it and bury the top card, which could be like a Professor's or a Pokeball, and prevent you from getting your Pokemon out. So that Mythical Slab, it needs to be utilized very, very appropriately. We have 1 X speed as well for a retreat. Now that will be handy for the Curlier and the Mew EX, which all take 1 retreat, also the routes. And it's very, very interesting here. Irvi does utilize a red card in his deck. Now, that's a very, very big disruptor to a lot of different decks that run stage 2 Pokemon. So what he's going to have to use is that red card very, very tactically, and make sure that it doesn't give all of the cards that Snowy needs, and make sure it takes away cards that Snowy actually needs. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these tacticians utilize each maneuver, each move in their deck. So if we head over to Snowy's deck here in the red corner, we've got 2 Celebes EXs, we got 2 Executor EXs, and a double Superior line as well. Now, Celebi, it works very, very well by being in the back and building up as much energy as possible and doing a huge attack. The more energy Celebi has, the higher damage it can output. Every single energy it has, it can flip a coin. Now, if that coin lands on heads, it will dish out 50 damage. So say if you have 4 energies on there, that's 4 coins going. Superior will allow Celebi to double its energy. And for any of the Pokemon on the board, really, they will all get double the energy that they've been given. So it's going to be a very, very interesting fight here because we've got Executor EX, which is a huge tank. And I was going back earlier saying about the Mewtwo with the Giovanni. Now, Mewtwo with Giovanni can kill an Executor EX because Executor EX has 160 HP health. So that will be a very, very big game plan that Irvi's going to want to take advantage of here against the Executor. Celebi only has 130 HP, so the Mewtwo can one-tap it with 150. However, the Executor, he can dish out damage very, very quickly, very early on. 40 damage guaranteed, and if he flips a coin and it lands on heads, he can get 80 damage out. Now, Snowy's going to want to keep utilizing that Executor early on, taking out some Pokemon early in the game. That will put a lot of pressure on the Mewtwo player. If we have a look at the support cards from Snowy here, we've got 2 Ericas, 2 Professors, 2 Leafs, 2 Pokeballs, and 2 X Speeds. It's a very, very consistent deck that Snowy has here. all of them have 2 cards each. So I'm assuming that he will have access to most of his cards in a very, very regular fashion, whereas compared to Irvi has a bit of like a 1/1 of each here as well. So he'd have to play his cards very appropriately depending on what he has on his hand. So if we go into the matches, we're going to head into round 1 now. And we're going to get this show started between these two absolute Goliaths that have been dominating the meta recently. It's going to be Irvi versus Snowy, Mewtwo EX versus Celebi. Let's get right into it. Round number 1, and our lead design team here have done something so epic with the design out here. We can see we'll be able to see both players' perspectives, and we can see both of their hands and decks in either side of the screen here. So we get to see Irvi's screen first, and the Mewtwo EX is already laid down. We do get to see the hand here as well, with the Professors, Giovanni, the Leaf, and the Pokeball. So lots of options here for Irvi. We can see that Snowy's played a Celebi. We're just waiting for the connection on the screen to come up here. Shouldn't take too long. Here we go. Perfect. So now we can also see Snowy's hand, which contains... now we can see that there's 2 Celebi EXs in the hand. There's an Executor and a double Superior. No Snivy or Savine to get those Superiors active. But if we get an Executor EX... we can utilize that to start taking some time, stalling as much as possible, and dishing out damage at the same time to build up that Superior. So there's plenty of time on there. And Erica is also there. So either one of these Pokemon, the Celebis can tank a shot from Mewtwo once that gets the energy online. So we just got to wait and see. Mewtwo gets the first energy here. And Celebi is now about ready to go. So we can see now where the energy is going to go. Snowy's going to decide here to put it on the front Celebi. So the front Celebi gets an energy, and the front Mewtwo also gets an energy. So now the Mewtwo is going to get a second energy. Irvi then plays a Professors. Gets out a Mew EX and a Mythical Slab. Going to play the Mythical Slab immediately to try and get that Curlier to start building up that routes, leading into that Gardevoir, and then getting some more energy, some extra energy onto that Mewtwo quickly. We got 2 energies on Mewtwo, so Mewtwo can dish out 50 damage and uses it right on the Celebi with the 1 energy up front. Celebi now on 80 HP. And we can see in Snowy's hands, there's a double Erica card there. There's 2 Erica cards. Absolutely, Erica can negate all of the damage that Mewtwo has just done here. However, Snowy puts an energy on. He's thinking about whether to play an Erica here. Right, he ends up leaving the Erica because he knows Curlier is not close, Gardevoir is not close, and ends up getting a double heads to do 100 damage onto Mewtwo. That's going to be big. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the Mewtwo player here. 100 damage straight away and only 50 HP left. And Celebi will get another energy next turn and potentially flip 3 coins. That could potentially kill the Mewtwo if one of those coins lands head. So there's going to be 3 chances that Celebi has to finish off this Mewtwo. Remember, Irvi's deck here, as we went through it, doesn't have a potion in there. So Irvi now, as he's tanked that much damage, decides to put down a Mew EX. That's an extra tank that you can use to maybe take some damage as well, because he doesn't want his Mewtwo taking all of the damage. Ends up doing another 50, and now that Celebi is on 30 HP, has taken pretty much a total of 100 damage here. We get a Pokeball going from Snowy, and a Snivy comes out. Great, we are going to be getting closer to building up that Superior line and double those energies on Celebi. We get a third energy on Celebi, and Erica comes up, putting him up to 80 HP now. Almost fresh as a daisy here. Flips a coin, and he already gets a heads. Double heads. That is going to take out the Mewtwo EX on the other side, on Irvi's side here. And that's a big loss right there. Luckily, Irvi did put an energy on the back Mewtwo to build that up on the next round potentially to start dishing out another 50 damage. However, that Erica really negated so much damage there. And we're not close to getting a Gardevoir here. There's no Curlier for the Mewtwo player. So Gardevoir is in the hand, but we don't see Curlier. We need the Curlier to evolve into that Gardevoir. So it's going to take a little bit more time for this Mewtwo to start dishing out some big damage. Mewtwo here with 2 energies. And another Routes comes online. So let's see where this Mewtwo player is going to go. We get a nice little check from the Celebi player of what cards he's used. And Mewtwo is checking the cards. How many is left in the deck of the Celebi player? 10 cards left there. Got an X speed, got Sabrina, got a few options there with the trainers. Okay, goes for the 50 HP damage. And Celebi is going to tank another 50 HP damage here. Pretty much taken a total of 150 damage, which is absolutely insane. And Erica heals up again. So Erica's healed up at least 100 damage on Celebi right now. 2 Ericas used. We get a 4th energy on Celebi, and Celebi's going to go for a big attack here. Are we going to get a heads that we need? Okay, he gets 3 heads, and 3 heads is going to do 150 damage. That is enough to kill the Mewtwo up front. This was a fresh Mewtwo, and it gets 1 tap by the Celebi EX. That's going to be 4 points. Only 3 points needed, about 4 points for Snowy here. Clean sweep. Celebi sweeps the first round. That is game 1 in the bag for Snowy there. Celebi just absolutely dishing out so much damage and healing up for so much damage also. So, wow, what a turn of events there. Snowy takes the first round. We're going into game 2 now, and both of the players are setting up. So Irvi here doesn't get a Mewtwo EX to start with, gets a Mew EX. Is going to go first this time. Last time went second, so we're not going to get the energy first for Irvi's position. However, he uses a Professor, and he gets a Route and a red card. Now, that red card, like we said before, can be a Disruptor. And if we look at Snowy's deck here, he's got an Executor up front with an Execute up front with an Executor EX at the back in the hand ready to go. And now, so after this round, he can evolve into that Executor EX, which will dish out a lot of damage. We've got a Route at the back here for Irvi. So we are going to be waiting for a Mewtwo EX to come out for Irvi. We get an Energy on Execute and do 20 damage to the Mew. And we're going to be trying, and I guess Snowy here is going to be anticipating getting that Executor EX online very, very soon. Irvi plays a Pokeball and gets a Mewtwo EX, which is much needed. This is going to be his first placement of energy, so we'll see where he decides to put it. We get a Curlier as well. Brilliant. Much better than the last round here, because we are going to be close to getting that Gardevoir online and getting some big, big damage output from that Mewtwo. Irvi plays a no-brainer here, puts the energy on the Mewtwo, and uses the red card. Oh my goodness. That's going to take away 5 cards and bring back 3 for Snowy. Snowy here does lose the Executor EX that he needed to start getting online and dishing out that damage and stalling to get that Celebi online now. So now we take away his cards. He had a really, really good hand, and all he has now is 2 Savines. He got a Snivy and an Erica. Now, this Execute is in a pretty dangerous position because Mewtwo at the back does have 1 energy. 1 more energy on that Mewtwo, and we can really kill that Executor. So leaving that Executor up front is a bit of a dangerous move. We get Gardevoir online to give an energy out. We put the energy on Mew here. We're going to retreat, and then Mewtwo's going to come out, take the energy from Gardevoir, and he's going to have 2 energies here to attack for 50. He's looking at that Execute, and he's thinking, I am going to kill you right now. You are the perfect amount of HP for me to do my attack on. And Irvi takes a point very early. This is looking very, very good for Irvi. Now, red card did an absolute massive disruption to Snowy. And oh my goodness, what has happened here? An Executor EX now comes into the hand. It looks like Snowy is just thinking about conceding. Oh, he doesn't end up conceding. I mean, he's you can tell the frustration there with losing the Execute and then gaining an Executor EX. Oh my god, you can't write anything better than that for Irvi there. Oh my god, the red card was perfect. Mewtwo's going to get another energy and another one from Gardevoir, dishing out 150 damage. All we have is a Savine up front, and we're going to get a kill here and steal the game. We don't even need 3. We just needed 2 points here to win because there are no other backbench Pokemon for Snowy here. So Irvi takes the second round. We are going into game 3, 1 round apiece. This is match point for both players right now. Everything is on the line on this one here. So let's see how we go. The Mewtwo player now, similar to round 1, is going to go second. So he is going to get the energy first. Snowy is going to be able to set up all of his Pokemon, use his Pokeballs and his Professors first. But he will get an evolution very, very quickly as well. So Let's see how both players decide to play their hands there in this important final matchup here. So we've got a Mewtwo EX up front, which is great for Irvi, and we've got a Celebi with a Snivy at the back, which is a perfect play. If that Mewtwo had a Routes at the back here, that would be a lot better. I mean, there is a Routes in Irvi's hand, but he's decided not to play it just yet. We've got a red card in there too. So, we've got an Executor down for Snowy here, Execute down for Snowy, and an Execute in the back. A Servine there, so we can evolve that Snivy pretty fast next round for Snowy, and get closer to that superior line to double the energies on the Celebi up front here. So, we get a Servine evolution, and on Irvi's side, we did get an energy on Mewtwo, if you did miss that. So, we go back to Irvi's side now, after Celebi gets an energy. And we get another energy on Mewtwo. Going to start dishing out that 50 damage. Uses a Sabrina card here. Wants to bring out that Execute really and take it offline. But Snowy says, nope, you can have my Servine. Because Servine can tank a 50 damage shot. Irvi knows he's close to getting a superior potentially here. He can read the signals here by looking at the Servine. Ends up playing the red card. And ends up giving an Executor EX straight to Snowy here. Mew EX goes down. And we get a 50 damage out from Mewtwo. So hopefully that red card has helped. I feel like in this case, he's given him an Executor and a Professor's. This gives Snowy a lot of chances. And a Superior has come out. I feel like Snowy here has got an absolute amazing hand. And that might be even thanks to that red card. In the second game, the red card really helped Irvi. But in this one, it may have played a little bit of a detriment to his game plan. So we get a Superior online. That's going to double the energy that Celebi has on it right now. Right now, Celebi, you can see, has 1 energy, but that energy is equivalent to 2 because Superior is online. And we get another energy going on the Celebi. So now that Celebi has 4 energies on it. I know you can only see 2, but Superior has doubled it. We go back to the Mewtwo player's perspective now. And the Mewtwo player is going to think about where to put the energy. He's got a Giovanni in hand. Now, he can use the Giovanni here to kill the Superior. He could do 50 damage plus a 10 damage from Giovanni to absolutely take this Superior offline, which is going to be very beneficial. We don't want Celebi getting those double energies and doing big damage very quickly. Okay, so we're going to go for it. We're going to put another energy on Mewtwo. So there's 3 energies now. And we're going to take the Superior offline. And Irvi gets a point. This is looking very good for Irvi right now. Taking that point real early. An Executor comes out in front now. So all we need to do really is try to kill this Executor for Irvi here. Irvi just needs to kill the Executor and he can win the game. It's 160 HP. We are very close to getting 150 HP attack up next. So Executor ends up getting an energy on. We get another Snivy down at the back. And in Snowy's hand, you can see there is a Servine. So Executor uses his attack on Mewtwo, gets a 40 damage, doesn't quite roll the heads to give 80, but 40 damage is still very good for 160 HP tank and 1 energy, because that 1 energy on Executor allows it to go live. We can just concentrate on building up the Celebi at the back and utilizing energies on that now. So if we look at Irvi's perspective, we get another Mewtwo EX. And are we going to put another energy on the front Mewtwo here to dish out 150 damage? What would be the decision here? Irvi is thinking about it. 150 damage would be very good. Puts a lot of pressure on Snowy. But however, he ends up deciding to put a little bit of energy on the back Mewtwo here. So the back Mewtwo has got some energy. Dishes out 50 damage to the Executor EX. So now Snowy gets the Servine about to be online and uses Erica to negate all of the damage that Mewtwo has just done from that 50 HP and uses another Tropical Swing. We get an 80 damage. We get a heads and we get 80 damage going out on Mewtwo. That is going to put a lot of pressure on Irvi here with 30 HP left on that Mewtwo. The next attack from Executor will kill this Mewtwo because Executor will guarantee a 40 damage. So Irvi is going to be a little bit under pressure. He has put an energy on the back Mewtwo, however, and that back Mewtwo can be ready to dish out another 50 damage if he decides to retreat the front Mewtwo here. So he uses his X speed. Very good. Retreats. Puts the Mew in front here. Decides to just tank a little bit of damage, maybe just sort of build up, puts an energy onto the 30 HP Mewtwo, which is fair enough, and is going to decide to use Mew here as a bit of a tank while he builds up to Gardevoir, really. You know, Gardevoir can really swing the game for him here. But he really just needs 2 more points. He needs to take out one of these EX Pokemon to really win the game. And that Executor is looking very, very fresh now because of Erica. So Snowy here puts an energy on Celebi. So we're building up that back Celebi right now. We don't get Superior just yet, but we are close to getting it. And Executor dishes out 40 damage on Mew EX. So not quite the 80 that we were hoping for, but we get a nice 40 damage on that Mew, which is still going to put a little bit of pressure on Irvy. Irvy's going to think about potentially using an attack or retreat. Okay, so he's going to go for a... What's he going to go for here? Retreat, maybe? Okay, he's going to go for a Psy Shot, doing a 20 damage. He doesn't have another Giovanni. He only has one Giovanni in his deck. So... we don't have the option of using another Giovanni here, so we use Mew as an essential, almost like a Giovanni here, dishing out 20 HP so that that back Mewtwo with the 3 energies on it could come out and finish him off. However, Snowy has a trick up his sleeve here. Erica, Snowy is very, very aware that that back Mewtwo has 3 energies on it and could kill if we don't heal up. So, Snowy here goes, I'm going to use the Erica, even if it's going to heal up 20, and gets another coin flip, gets another heads here, and does 80 damage on the Mew, puts a bit more pressure on Mew, says, you know what, forget about what you've just done to me. I'm going to dish out 80 damage right back to you. I sweated off that 20 damage that you gave to me, and I'm going to give you 80 damage right back. Mew on 10 HP, we've got a Mewtwo on 30 here. Now, Irvy here gets to decide where he's going to put the energy. Is he going to dish out some attack? I mean, we don't have a Curlier here for Irvy's hand, so Irvy is running a bit behind with the Gardevoir. I think he's really, really waiting for this Gardevoir, the Curlier card that he needs to get the Gardevoir online, but Curlier is just not coming out of his deck, so he ends up putting an energy on the back Mewtwo, putting it up front, and dishing out another 50 damage on this Executor. Well, we get a Superior here for Snowy, and that's going to be big. That Celebi at the back here has 4 energies on it already, and is going to turn those into 8 energies right now. So that's going to be a lot of damage coming from the Celebi. However, if this Mewtwo can get Gardevoir online very, very soon, we could end up killing this Executor up front. So it just depends on what Snowy decides here and how he saves his hand here. Because Snowy is the one under pressure. Irvy does have a point, and Snowy has yet to take any points from Irvy right now. So he's going to decide on where to put the energy. He knows that Curlier is not online, so Mewtwo is not going to be close to dishing out 150 damage right now. Okay, so we're going to go for a retreat. We're going to use Leaf to do 2 retreat on this Executor. We're going to pull back, and we're going to bring out Superior here. Now, Superior does have 1 energy on it. 1 more energy will allow it to attack. The attack does say 4 energies to attack, but again, as I've mentioned before, Superior does double the energy. So, 2 energies all we need, and we're going to get a 70 damage output from Superior onto that Mewtwo. Irvy gets a Professors. Can this Professor be utilized to get a Curlier? We get a Mythical Slab and another Professor. We're going to use the Mythical Slab here. Are we going to get a Curlier? We get a Curlier. He's very, very close now to getting that Gardevoir online. There is a Gardevoir in his hand. So the next turn, he will be able to dish out 150 damage. However, there's a Superior in front of him right now that can tank this 50 damage shot that Mewtwo is going to deliver. But after that, there will be 150 HP attacks coming from Mewtwo. So let's see what the decision is here. Superior there. I mean, playing Superior up front is always a risky one. You know, they always tell you not to play your big supporter cards up front. But Snowy's going for the risk. I really like it. I respect it. We get a 50 damage here. We have 3 energies on Mewtwo, but can only do 50 damage. 1 more energy on it, and we'll get 150 from there. And now Snowy gets another Executor online here. Another Executor comes out with 160 fresh HP here. Okay, that Executor is going to come up front. Superior tanked the shot from Mewtwo. And Executor here, if we can get heads, we can finish off Mewtwo. Oh my god, we do get a heads here. And the perfect display of mathematics from Snowy here. 70 HP with the Superior and an 80 HP damage from the Executor ends up taking out the Mewtwo up front. Now, Mewtwo at the back here for Irvi is not going to be able to finish off this Executor. And Executor, on the other hand, can tank an 150 damage shot. It can tank the 150 shot and dish out 40 back. So if Irvi decides to play any of these cards at the back here, the 30 HP Mewtwo or the 10 HP Mew, it's going to be game over for him. So this is a real turn of events here now. That Executor came online at the the perfect time for Snowy. Irvi's used the Professors, gets a Routes now, puts Gardevoir up front because that is the only thing, unfortunately, that can tank a shot from Executor right now. The Celebi at the back with 4 energies on it can roll 8 coins. Gardevoir gets another energy on it. So that Celebi out at the back here is waiting to come online. And we can see from Snowy's hand, he has an X speed. So Executor is a 3 retreat, but those energies on him are doubled. And we just need the 1 X speed to retreat him. So Snowy here is going to go for the retreat. Bring out that Celebi. Puts another energy. And we're going to get 10 coin flips here. 10 coin flips to take out this Gardevoir. We get a Tails. We got a Heads. We got another Heads. Can we get one more? Oh, we got another one. 4 Heads. 5. 6 Heads. Enough to do 300 damage. Enough to take out 2 Mewtwo EXs. And Snowy here just absolutely clutches the game. Was behind on the scorecards. Snowy here, our grand champion, takes the game. Oh my goodness. What a turn of events for Snowy there. Was behind. And, oh my god, the comeback. Oh my god, the comeback of the century, if I've ever seen one. That was absolutely incredible play by Snowy. Used the correct retreats there. Massive congratulations to you, Snowy. That was an absolute insane fight. Celebi showing why that is the dominant meta. The last 2 big tournaments, Celebi has been winning. Mewtwo was dominant early on in this game until Mythical Island come out. Celebi has changed up a lot of the game. So let's head over to the final outro here, guys. I mean, I just want to first of all just congratulate both players here. Both players put on an insane performance in this final. This tournament was massive. They fought a bunch of players to get to this position. So honestly, both players win. There is no losers here. You don't always lose. You learn from it. And I'm sure that Irvi's going to take this loss and learn from it and improve for the next tournament when that is scheduled. Snowy, on the other hand, can do a massive celebration. Pop the champagne bottles, get them out. Celebi here got a major victory over Mewtwo. What a match. Honestly, that Executor, Executor just does the perfect amount of damage to kill that Mewtwo. And, what a match. But anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this tournament final as much as I have. Absolute insane performances from both players. You are being hosted by Alonso. I do have a Twitch channel, so follow me on Twitch for some more commentary. We like to do some live battles, viewer battles, pack openings, and obviously, again, with these 2 players here, we've seen a meta from Mythical Island and Genetic Apex, and we're going to get brand new metas coming very, very soon. So stick around, and I'm excited to see what these 2 players bring in the next tournament with the new meta coming up. Make sure you follow all our socials here. Pokemon Pocket India. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on X, follow us on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button today, guys. If you've enjoyed the content, this is only the beginning. So we're getting ready to pump out even more content, even more tournaments. We're always announcing updates, plenty of trades, plenty of players as well for you to trade with, for you to interact with. Building a big Indian community here, and in Alonso's gym, we are also building a massive gym community, Pokemon gym community. So follow us along and stay tuned, stick around for more. It's been great having everyone here, and I will see you next time.